What's up, guys? This is take however many takes. I've had to raise my microphone because I was a little bent over. It's okay to be a little bent over, but I don't want to get hunchback. I don't want to be Quasimodo. It's already been done. Disney did that well, and I don't need to repeat it. So, guys, why am I here today? Well, I was moved last night to speak about a very important subject called abundance. Very important, very important. That many people struggle with abundance in their life. And the reason is, a big reason is that people judge themselves for their path. They think they should be further along from where they are, and they attempt to, let's say, ridicule, demean, criticize where they are, not love themselves, and as a result, instead of flowing down the path of least resistance in life, they try to force themselves to be what they're really not meant to be in that moment. So let's have a look at this. So abundance, usually it's in three areas, right? Wealth, relationships, health. And now let's look at the path of least resistance. If you don't know what the path of least resistance is, look up Bashar. He's a good example. If you don't know who Bashar is, type in Bashar, path of least resistance. Taoism, Lao Tzu, who wrote the Tao Te Ching. Far Eastern fucking mystics speak about this, the path of least resistance, which is basically flowing downstream in life. Abraham Hicks is another good teacher online. Type in her path of least resistance and just see what I mean. But essentially, it's flowing downstream in your life and being easy on yourself. Now let's look at health. So people, and this has been a big revelation for me and what I've witnessed, people want to be healthy, right? You want to look fantastic. Maybe you want the muscles, dream legs, dream hair, dream teeth, whatever the case may be. You just want to look gorgeous, and you have a right to feel gorgeous. Everyone has a right to feel gorgeous. When I go to the spa, or if I have a swim, afterwards I come out, I go, I feel fucking gorgeous. And that's an amazing feeling. And I do that for me. Now though, people want to feel healthy, right? You kind of don't want to walk around with all these lumps and bumps within you. You'd rather be free-flowing, healthy, vital. And you are deserving of that, of course. Now, let's look at health when it comes to abundance. Why do people run into so many roadblocks when they attempt to get healthy? Well, firstly, people run to external authorities to get answers. Doctors, what's wrong with me? YouTube, what's wrong with me? And again, I'm not saying you not go to the doctor, don't check out YouTube, but I'm also saying you have a guidance system within which can lean you and whisper to you how to get healthy in the most fun, joyful way. Because I can tell you now from experience, if you make it a grind and you try to force yourself to change your diet, force yourself to change your quote-unquote bad habits, force yourself to get healthy and go to the gym, that will work for a while. But from my observation, when you polarize in that way of, I need to become this because I'm shit now, you're eventually going to flip, get exhausted, get angry, and go, I'm not having any fun, and switch back maybe to the burgers, switch back to the alcohol, switch back to this and that. Because guess what, guys, and this is gonna suck for everyone who is polarized as being healthy. There's nothing wrong with burgers. There's nothing wrong with alcohol. In fact, there's really nothing wrong with anything. It's only your label that you put upon it. And what I'm saying is if you have a certain lifestyle and you've been inspired to maybe one that's a little bit more pure for you, has a bit more of an exclamation mark, looks a bit more vital and alive, don't be in such a rush to go there. Because why are you in such a rush? Don't you know you're awesome? Today you're awesome. And this is a big thing that many people don't teach. And here's another thing, and maybe I'm feeling a bit ranty today. Do you know why? And do you know why? Because I had, guess what, guys? 3/4 of a beer last night. Can you believe it? And guess what? I had a whole beer the night before with an old friend. And that beer was fantastic. It was amazing. I told him I missed him. We were sharing old stories. We were laughing. I spilt my beer near a security guard and said I was highly embarrassed. It foamed everywhere. I pretended it was kombucha. It was a riot. I had a really good time. But previously, I used to live in such a way where I would judge what I wanted to do because I labeled it as wrong. I needed to get healthy. I needed to be peak. I needed to look youthful. I needed to look strong. But I was bored. And do you know why I was bored? And why I was frustrated and why I was unhappy? It's because it wasn't who I was naturally. And I wasn't willing to just flow down the stream of life and have a beer here and there. And by the way, guys, I hardly drink. But maybe occasionally I'll be open to have a beer if my heart says, have a beer. And that's the thing with abundance. You got to flow and listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't listen to people that are all serious and stressed. You need to get this. This is wrong. This is bad. Listen to the logic. Listen to the science. Because I'm ranting right now. But have you ever observed, and this is funny, have you ever observed how in the self-development community or the health community or the freaking optimization community that no one's really living any longer, are they? What, an extra maybe 10 years? Well, where's the proof in that? 10 years of being bored out your mind? There's no radical, magical being that's just like, I rock, right? It's like, do this, do that, but for what? A little extra muscle? A little bit of this, but you're kind of bored. Why not have it all and still enjoy your life? Because enjoyment, feeling good and happy, is the main component of health. If you don't feel good and happy, you're bored, you're stressed out, what are you doing here, man? That's not healthy. Fun is healthy. Joy is healthy. But again, I'm not saying don't use science. You know, for example, I have a green juice usually every day. Maybe wheatgrass, maybe chlorella, maybe spirulina if it's around, because it makes me feel good. But I don't give all my power away to a damn powder or a voice outside of me that tells me this is this and this is bad. Because as soon as you're saying I'm this and I'm that, you'll start to feel awful. You might feel happy and gleeful for a little bit, maybe a day, like I did, for example, when I would travel around the world, going to Bali, all these places, and I was like a raw vegan. I didn't drink, and I was so proud of myself. You know, I was like, 24, 25, I was so proud of myself, you know? Like, look at all these guys eating meat, or look at all these suckers drinking alcohol. Don't they know it's bad? Don't they know it's unconscious? Don't they know that I know the way, that I'm the pure here, pure soul here, the purity here? And guess what? I attracted strange people. I was in strange circumstances. I just felt odd because I was in my ego. I wasn't level-headed. I wasn't equilibrium. I'm better. And that is the thing people have in many, many departments. And that's what makes you feel isolated, alone. You don't feel abundant anymore because you're scared, because you're in opposition. You feel, like I said, separate and alone. And you're not having any fun. So don't polarize yourself when it comes to abundance or anything in your life. Because again, going back to my previous videos, it's all about self-love, loving yourself first. And like the being called Bashar, if you don't know who Bashar is, check him out. You want to find and strike that point between being and becoming. But way too many people on this earth are all about becoming. I've got to get healthy because I'm shit now. I've got to get rich because I suck. I got to have a girlfriend because I'm lonely and I'm a sad loser all by myself. No, you're not. You're not those things. You're awesome. Love who you are today, and then you expand. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to take a sip of my wonderful organic coffee right now. So again, it's humbling to get off your high horse and go, do you know what? Sometimes I like a drink. Do you know what? Sometimes I like to fucking touch myself. Do you know what? Sometimes I like to read certain fucking books from the 1950s or watch a freaking Quentin Tarantino film or go see a Marvel movie. I don't know. Whatever it is. I like to do these things. This is who I am. And if you accept who you are, you will start to feel abundance and life can come to you. Because again, it's not about a rush to get healthy. It's not about a rush to get rich. Because I can tell you right now, I've been, quote unquote, the healthiest I've ever been. And in my soul, I was dying. Dying of what? Dying of boredom. And I've had money. And guess what? Because I was polarized as I'm rich, I became arrogant. I was in my ivory tower, isolated and alone. And you don't have to do that, guys. You don't have to do that. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the process. Again, the journey is the destination. The process is the point. So don't be in a rush to get all of these things, whether it's internally or externally. Be okay with who you are now. And let the universe support you. Okay? Now, let me share you a tale of a woman. Now, this woman is called Anita Morjani, and she wrote a book called Dying to Be Me. And now, this book basically highlighted and told her story of how she basically was dying. She was dying of cancer. And for many, many years, she was always afraid of getting disease. And as a result, she was worried. Always afraid, always worried. And as a result of that, she tried to counter that worry with medicine, with always eating an optimal diet, doing this, doing that, doing all she could to prevent herself from getting sick. And guess what? Later on, she got very sick. Very, very sick. She got cancers, tumors everywhere. And it was a disaster. It was a travesty. And yet, when she was on her deathbed, she had an NDE. And now what an NDE is a near-death experience. And she basically went to heaven, or went to the other side, and she saw her brother flying over from the other side of the world to meet her. She heard the doctor's conversations about pulling the plug 2 corridors down. Pardon? But the most important thing was that she realized on the other side, it was all about love. About her loving herself first, primarily. And that the reason she got so sick was because she was so worried about getting sick. She was so afraid of becoming unhealthy. But eventually, she became unhealthy. Because again, we don't want to hear this. We don't want to hear this. Where focus goes, energy flows. And fear is just as attractive as love. That's kind of shocking, right? It's kind of scary. And yet it's freeing and beautiful when you hear the rest of her story. Because what she did, she came back, and the first thing she did when she awoke, and the doctors were like, "Oh, you're back, what's up?" She said, "Bring me my freaking iPods. I want to listen to some music. And also bring me some ice cream. I want to get happy." And guess what? And if you don't believe me, type in Dying to Be Me, Anita Moorjani on Amazon. Pick it up. It's a great book. Blue cover, as I remember. And she basically started to get better. She went into remissions. Her tumors started to shrink. Now, is that a miracle? God damn right it is. But you deserve miracles in your life. And since then, she's a lot more chilled out. She eats healthy, but she's not as stressed about it. And she shares her tales on stage with others on YouTube. Check her out. And basically, the moral of the story and the message she shares is chill out, relax, take it easy, go on the path of least resistance. Don't be so afraid or so hell bent on getting better. Enjoy your life. Because again, it's not about the mind. It's the heart that's in charge here. But if you try to dominate your heart with what your head knows is logically best, or you got to do this, got to do that, you put undue pressure and worry upon yourself, when alternatively you can just flow and enjoy your life and trust that paradoxically not being in a rush will actually get you there where you want to be ultimately quicker. And that's what I've been learning, guys. And it's humbling, you know. Like for me, for example, I love coffee. Usually I have one every morning. And today I went to the farm. There's a farm near me, and I love walking among the trees, greeting the animals, saying, "What's up? Hello, good morning." And yet a part of my mind is like, man, why do you have to get the coffee before you go to the farm? Can't you just be naturally and pure and take in the air and maybe bring a bottle of water? But I've seen past that trick. Now I just flow and go, I'm getting my coffee, and I go and I have a spectacular time, an awesome time. But that took me a while to realize that. Don't be in a rush to evolve. Realize the abundance of the coffee is there. Realize the abundance of, I don't know, a vape. The abundance of needing a friend now and again. The abundance of needing to wear a particular get-up so you feel comfortable going to the gym. Maybe you need brand new shoes before you go. Don't judge yourself. And if you hear that mind coming in saying you're a pussy, blah blah blah, you're weak, look at that. You're not weak, you're intelligent. And you're choosing and declaring that I'm going to take it easy, I'm going to love myself, right? And guess what? You get results. When I go to the gym now, I don't go as hard as before. But guess what? I'm more consistent because I enjoy it and I look forward to going, because I'm not trying to prove and smash through who I am in order to get where I want to go. I evolve slowly and at my own pace, and let's say enjoy and get nourished by who I am today. Because again, loving who you are is a springboard to evolution. So that's it, guys. It's a bit of a ramble today. It came out. Some of it may be garbage, some of it may be very, very helpful. But I will leave you on this as well. And this has been a big, big thing for me. And it's also linked to my own personal, let's say, abundance path. And that is knowing the difference between excess, EXCESS, and access with an A. Now, and this is a big one, and it may blow your mind, so listen up. So, access. What is access? It's basically, it's having the frickin' cigarette so you can relax and speak. It's having the drink. It's having the coffee. It's wearing the nice shoes. It's treating yourself before you go out. It's maybe getting your hair done. And listening to your mind, which goes, no, that's excessive. You don't need that. No, it's not. Listen to your gut. Usually, something which is excessive and yet you want to do it is only excessive to your physical mind, to your logical mind, which goes, you should be this perfectionist and purist and you don't need these things. What are you doing? You're a pussy. So no, brother, listen. Excess is actually access. You hear that again. Excess is actually access. So flow. And when you feel like you need that extra helping hand from life, support yourself and take the damn coffee. Call up the friend. Get your hair done so you can feel confident before you go out. And if you hear that mind saying, this is excessive, you should be stronger, more grown up, you should be more secure, go, no, motherfucker. I'm supporting myself today. And if you want to call it security, so be it. But I'm going to support myself and indulge in this thing to make me feel more confident, more accessible, and more flow. And we all have these little things. No one is perfect. Because if everyone was perfect, the game would be over. So again, being excessive is actually access. So listen to that. Accessing what? The flow, the path of least resistance, and your abundance. And when you forgive yourself, even though no forgiveness is needed, but God loves us unconditionally, forgive yourself, be easy in yourself, be kind to yourself, and then from that, give yourself that access, that little boost, that little bit of self-support, and then go do your thing. Go rock your reality. Get out there. So again, I just wanted to share that because it's linked to my abundance. Again, excessiveness or excess is actually access. So dwell on that, muse on that, it may help you. So that's it, guys. That's all I have to share today. It's a bit of a ramble, but hey, again, it's not about being perfect, right? Fuck perfection. It's not real. You can be composed, awesome, a gentleman, excellent at the craft of life, but it's a never-ending journey. You're forever unfinished piece, which Abraham Hicks once described so eloquently. You're unfinished, so relax. You're never going to get it done. Flow, enjoy your life, give yourself good things, be kind to yourself, and that's it. Watch how from that wellspring of self-love that you will, quote-unquote, course correct. You will make, let's say, certain decisions where certain habits just naturally fall away because you're just interested in new things. No one wants to stay the same, right? Like if you're smoking 20 cigarettes a day and you enjoy it, you may do it for the rest of your life because you enjoy it, but you may stop at some point because you want to try something new. Maybe you want to begin running and feel what that feels like. Maybe you want to start vaping. Maybe you want to start eating healthy and vegetables and trying that out, and you just need to spend that money elsewhere, right? But again, it's an evolution. And if you don't judge the path of least resistance and be like a turtle, right? Or a tortoise, the hare sprints but the tortoise ends up winning the race, right? If you be like tortoise, relax, enjoy, you will slowly evolve. And paradoxically, again, when you come from that forgiving state, it may not seem like the straightest line, but you will flow fast because you're going downstream and you get where you want to go. So that's it, guys. I love you. Take it easy. Do what you need to do today. If you feel like buying a scratch card because it makes you feel titillated and giddy, do that. If you feel like eating healthy because it's something new and it's intriguing, do that. But don't force anything. Let it flow, and again, enjoy who you are. So this is Scott signing out. This may be my longest video so far, but I guess I had to share, right? So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ra.